Welcome back to another video. My name is Rhinox, and today we're going to be talking about Blue Protocol Star Resonance out for PC and mobile. To start, the game feels like you've stepped into a pseudo-anime world. Some of the most beautiful landscapes, especially in those higher level zones, they are just gorgeous. On screen here, we're going to be able to see the seasonal event first coming up. So we have the Halloween event that's been going on for the last few days now. It's been great. They've been giving out about, I think it's like 150 or 200 candies a day. And you're able to kind of go and grab these cosmetics and other goodies. They have stuff for your profile as well. I picked up everything. If you go every day, you'll be able to grab everything you want. The look is just so perfect with the season, especially with all the people online. It's been quite a great first month for an MMO like this to come out. The map itself is not huge, but I wouldn't say it's small. Now we're looking at the main area. This is Asterleeds. This is kind of like that main hub area where you're going to have a lot of your folks coming in and out doing different things like crafting, buying things from different shops, grabbing their battle imagines. And we have the kind of the main map area over here where the wild area, if you want to call it that. We have the main Asterleeds area. And then we also have Asteria Plains. The continent, by the way, is also called Magna, not Manga. We're going to be looking here at Windhowl Canyon, which is one of the later areas, higher level zones. We also have Everfall Forest, Dusky Woods, Skimmer's Lair, which is a nice water area. There's also world bosses every hour and every half hour mark on the hour. So you can always go ahead and find something to do, whether it's top of the hour, middle of the hour, what have you. There's also plenty of things to farm on those maps when it comes to the seasonal events with the Void Shards, which is something they're doing for right now. That'll be changing in the next season as well. Next up here, we have our class, or our profile in a sense, but we also have where our class sits. You can go ahead and change your classes here. As you can see, I've unlocked Heavy Guardian as well, but I don't really use it all that much. Really just a marksman main. Here we have the talent tree. So this is going to be my talent tree for marksman. The first 30 points are pretty much everything. And then you end up picking your sub spec. My spec is wild pack spec. You do pretty much unlock everything here except for a handful of things. Generally, this is going to be where your build becomes what it is. Giving those buffs in those areas that you need it for that specific sub spec you're playing. Here's kind of that thing you may have heard of with the ability score. This is kind of where it breaks it down. You have your skills and different things, and your gear comes into play, as well as your stats. So if you wanted to see your hardcore stats, you have them there, as well as things like the plus marks, or I should say the thumbs up, are going to show you what you need to kind of focus on in a sense. Those are kind of up to interpretation, but I would say you're going to want to follow those not to a T, but to a pretty hard degree. There are some different altercations you can make to different classes and subclasses, but those are going to be some nice guiding lights for you. After the stats, we go into skills. Skills are going to be a thing that you're going to want to look up a build for. I might have a couple build guides coming out here soon, but there are plenty of them online. Check out Max Roll, I believe, has a few good ones. This is where you're going to be spending a lot of your books, as you might hear them, people call them, these advanced skill books. You're going to be using quite a bit of these to upgrade. As you can see, I have not fully upgraded all of mine. As you can also see, some of them are in tier 0. You do not need to do all of them. Next up, we have battle imagines, which are kind of like your summons. Every player gets to use 2 at a time. They do have a cooldown. They are specific to each battle imagine, but they can help with buffing people, rezzing people, damage reduction, and much more. Movement skills from the game are what you just saw. That's going to be, your jumps, your double jumps, your quad jumps, all these fun things. But here's the real fun thing, the trading center. The trading center is going to be an area where you can buy and sell items that are unbound. Not every item is going to be unbound, but it'll tell you if you can sell it when you click on that sell button on the bottom left. But we're going to go through here and kind of show you all the different types of items you can buy. Some of them are not even in stock, as this is a player brand marketplace. Some of them have more than 1,000 available, but I've seen things have 1,000 and go quite low to 0 or very low numbers throughout the day. Now, here is an interesting thing: is you can use real money to buy unbound orbs, right? Which you can then turn into unbound Luna, which is what you use on the store. So you can pay to progress in this game. I would say it's kind of silly because honestly, I haven't spent anything except for on the monthly pass and the season pass, which was like $30, and then also some cosmetics. And I'm at gear score 18,000. I've been able to clear the hard raids, all the dungeons on master as well. I haven't finished all my masters, but great thing here though is, as I'm highlighting, is that you can sell like your serums. You can go crafting and sell the things you craft. So anything you craft, you can sell because those are considered unbound. It's not something you got from like a little box or a chest. Now I will say fashion here is endgame in Blue Protocol Star Resonance. As you can see, I do have a few outfits. Now these are going to be like full sets. You can kind of pick and choose different pieces from those outfits when you want to customize. It does depend on the outfit. But you can see there you have like your outfit, where you can also do top, middle, your pants, your gloves, your boots. We're going to get into the area where you have jewelry and all kinds of different things you can play around with. You can also dye everything in this game, which is fantastic. Now I say everything with an asterisk because there are some things on some pieces of clothing that for some reason aren't part of the layering. So one of my my original skins that I was using, I couldn't like dye the one blue bow, but it was in the back, so no worries there. But there is quite expansive amounts of customization you can make to your character. Now the game's only been out for a month, so there are only so many skins, but as the game has been out for a month, we've been able to see quite a bit of different outfits and combinations thereof of different colors and different styles. It's been really fun. Right now I'm just rocking the Halloween set that I picked up. I kind of mix and matched a few things on it, but you can kind of see the different weapon skins that are available for my weapon specifically. That doesn't mean I have them. I only have one right now technically, and the basic one. As we get into guilds, which I've been a part of a guild since day one, Nick's Guild, what's up? You can do buffs for your guild, which is great. We do have a Discord, which is amazing for us, so we can communicate. We have a pretty active community on our guild. I've been part of that since the first day of the game, and it's been fantastic for doing content and other things like that. So I would say definitely try to join a guild if you can. It gives you an opportunity for extra materials as well from the guild store, so it's just another way to keep the content flowing, as well as like weapon refinements and whatnot. Here you can go ahead and upgrade your guild hall. That's usually going to be for your guild leader, but you do progress through that by helping, by playing content with your guild members, by doing dungeons and things like that. Here we have events. These are going to go out throughout the whole entirety of the game. Every week you're going to have something going on, whether it's the fireworks, the dance competitions. Well, dance competitions, like people kind of like vote and you get like large and stuff. Right now we have a depths trial, which is like a temporary roguelike mode to get some materials for different things, to get your level 60 weapon as well. The different stores, you have all these different, not really, there is a bunch of currencies, but there's not too many of them, which is, I don't like a lot of currencies, but I don't hate this game when it comes to currencies because it does kind of keep it well subjugated to where it needs to be, I guess is the way to put it. But, be mindful of the different stores. We're going to kind of look at the mystery store and the colorful store here in a second, but those are going to be areas where you're going to find different items for progression, which you're going to want to get kind of regularly, as long as you can afford it with your bound. Usually it costs bound orbs or bound Luno, but some of them can cost unbound orbs or Luno, really. So just keep an eye on that. Don't click too fast, because even on this store right here, you can see everything says unbound, but if I was to refresh it, I would probably get at least one unbound rose orb item as well. Again, this attempt refresh only comes with the monthly pass, I believe, so that's why you're seeing that. If you don't have that re-attempt button, it's the monthly pass does give you benefits. Earlier, I kind of showcased a little bit of that with the trading center. You get lower fees and things with that. Here we have different items. This is also where you're going to be able to get your extra class items. So if you wanted to do another class, you have to get that radiance material and go from there. A lot of good items here. We also have a lot of those advanced books that you want to look for throughout these different stores. And at some point we do get to the last one, which is the Rose Orb store. That's going to be where you can buy the premium currency, which is unbound Rose Orbs. Those can be turned into things like unbound Luno. You can also buy wish coins. This is where you kind of have the gacha mechanics here. Now the gacha mechanics here are very cosmetic forward. You can also do bound ones. You get bound coins for free in the game, which is great. It just means you can't sell the items. So that's kind of cool, is that you can actually sell your unbound cosmetic pulls. So if you don't want it, you can sell it. When the game first came out, the big mount pull was 1 million something Luno. Now it's going for like 4 million Luno. So there is kind of a marketplace there for different things. So it's kind of fun to see what you can and can't sell and play around with that market. You get your own Luno and you can buy things that you need. But I also love that there's a bound system. You can't sell it, but at least you get to have it for your account. The only other gacha system is really the Battle Imagine system, which does allow you to get pulls, like use money to get pulls for Battle Imagines, which do help you in game. But you can, I would say it's more of a pay to progress thing because you can get those things in game by just grinding out different pieces, crafting the parts, doing your dismantles if you need to. But yeah, there is quite a bit that you can do to not ever really need to spend money. I would say this is a very free-to-play friendly game. I would say it's even more low spender friendly than it is free-to-play friendly. So if you're willing to put up, I would say $30 maybe a month, because it's about $5 for maybe a little bit less because it's about $5 a month for the monthly pass, and it was $20 or $21 for the advanced season pass, and the season pass is about a month and a half. It seems like it's going to go because the season's about 3 months, and what we're seeing from the China servers is that the season runs about half the season, or whatever. It's kind of weird to explain, but it's only half the time period. Then they run another one for the other half. We'll see how that ends up playing out, but stuff about season 2 in China has been coming out, which has been really great. We're gonna be able to see a lot more as they progress as well because they're ahead of us. As of this week, we have 2 raids out. Thankfully, I was able to complete both of them. So if you haven't yet, make sure you go get those done. If you ever need any help, let me know. I'm on Twitter or X at RhinoxRune. I'm also on Twitch and YouTube, as you can tell here. Daily streams and daily uploads. Make sure you come by and say hi. Subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know down below what build you're using, what weapons you're trying to go after right now, because I know a lot of people are going after that weapon skin. If you've been playing since day one like me, how has it felt for you as you've kind of gone from day 1 to day 27, I think we're on now, with the time gates being basically finished, the only thing we really have left is that last raid to come out. And then we're basically caught up. Let me know in the comments down below. And once again, thanks for stopping by. Have a great one. Bye.